Hey you guys, welcome back to another pick a card reading here on my YouTube channel, Into the Light. Thank you so much for being here today and clicking on this video. So today's reading is going to be about who wants to apologize to you. And is it too late now to say sorry? Sorry, I had to. Okay, so we have 4 piles to choose from today. We have pile 1 with this crystal, pile 2 with that carnelian crystal, pile 3 with the amethyst, and pile 4 with the sunstone crystal. So those are your 4 piles to choose from today. Think about the question, who wants to apologize to you? And if you feel drawn to pick more than one pile, go ahead. So yeah, we're going to get started with pile 1. Alright, so if you have chosen pile 1, you found your way to your reading. So who wants to apologize to you? And is it too late now? Alright, so first we're going to look into who this person may be. This is going to be in like a little bit of segments. So yeah, first the tarot is going to tell us who this person may be. So we have the 9 of Pentacles, okay? We have the 3 of Cups, and we have the Knight of Cups, okay? So this is who the person is. I'm going to put these to the side, and then we're going to see the situation, which will be with the Lenormand. So we have the moon, the clouds, and we have the lilies. Okay, so this person that wants to apologize to you is someone that really loved being in control of situations, and they really like to kind of like bask in having different types of social groups and being around different people. They really liked, honestly, this is like the single card, but to me it's also just about like someone that knows what they have and they know that they got it, and they don't just want to feel tied up to one place, but they wanted to explore different things, different motives, whatever. And basically this person acts on their own terms because they know what they have and they're just very sure of themselves, right? So they're very secure in themselves, I should say. So yeah, this person did like, going out, maybe drinking, maybe having fun, like they like to go to events, social networks. This person just didn't like to be tied down to one place. Like this person liked to move around a lot, showing up as well as the Knight of Cups. So this person is definitely a flirt. Wherever they went, they would flirt with like anyone or everything, just because they're kind of like full of themselves a little bit. All right. So the situation regarding this, need for apology is because this person may have maybe led you on or wasn't very true to their emotions. They're very confused and conflicted with their emotions and how they felt, because maybe you're somebody that was way more mature than them. You kind of had your things together. You were very experienced. So you just didn't really care to have like all of those flings and going out and going clubbing. Like this person might not like club, but like you were very like more kind of like, you know what, I know what I have to do in my life. I know I want to work. I want to settle down. I want to have like proper connections. I'm not into like that nightlife. I'm not into, going out all the time. And this person couldn't come to you and be mature with you because they weren't really ready for that. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing here. That might be the situation. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the apology. So what's going to go down? So we have these oracle cards here. We have Treasure Island, Chop Wood, and we have Youthful Fully. Okay, yeah, so this person was definitely someone that was very like not very mature. They're very immature, very impulsive. They acted on their own terms. They're kind of reckless, They weren't someone that was very mature at all. I feel as well they have this ignorance because they are so like caught up in their own world and wanting to do things their own way that they don't acknowledge like the people around them. They kind of like have people around them as a source of stimulation, as a source of fun. and they don't really create very serious, stable, grounded relationships. Okay. But this person wants to apologize because they know that you are a treasure, and they know that um, you are also very important in their life, but it's like they couldn't feel ready for that. Like they didn't want to have any strings attached, um, just because they weren't there, like emotionally, and they feel really bad because they may have led you on or made you feel a certain way, um, but they weren't ready for all of that commitment. Okay. Yeah, and if you see this chopped wood, you see that string there, this red string. So it's like, as well, I feel like this person with this card too, this person felt like they couldn't be in a relationship because they felt like relationships might be like really hard, which like relationships, like they aren't easy, you do have to compromise and, learn new things about your person and understand what kind of love language they have and maybe traumas, what kind of baggage they may or may not bring into the relationship, whatever. But this person saw having a relationship as something being difficult, something that would be hard to obtain. But really, they didn't see that the simple pleasures and just doing the simple steps when it comes to relationships, like, just at least sending a good morning text or just holding your hand, or, all of the simple things that are just really kind, soft gestures. Those were really important steps with the relationship. But this person felt like, I don't know if I could do that. I'm seeing 555 right now. So I feel like this person is going through that change. They're really acknowledging like how their behavior has, rushed people out of their life, and they want to change that. Okay. So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile one. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 2 with the carnelian crystal, you found your way to your reading. So who wants to apologize to you? Let's figure it out. So first we're going to dive into who this person may be, and that will be answered by the tarot. So we have the 8 of Swords, okay? We have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. All right, so I'm seeing that this person, had a lot of insecurity when it came to being in the outside world, when it came to the realities of life. They were very comfortable where they were at and felt like maybe I shouldn't move from this. This is also someone that has a lot of ideas, but they're very scattered and they don't really have much direction with it because they're not too sure where they want to go. And if they want to indulge in something new, they're afraid that their own values, their own beliefs will be taken away from them, because this person's very stubborn and very like they have limiting beliefs, and it's limiting because they rather stick with what they know. They're too comfortable of what they learned, maybe from home. Okay, they're very like, even though this person, you can see like they're outside of this village here, they're outside of this community. Again, here the castle's in the background. Even though that's in the background, they seem to be away from it. Like it's still very evident and very very needed in their life. That structure, that background, that structure from like home, what they learned before, is still very they still use it in their life, but it's causing them to be a little stagnant because they're not learning, because they're not growing from what they used to know. They're not taking in any new lessons. All right. I feel like this person feels like their way is the right way, and it's really hard to even work with them. They always go back to, what they learned from home, or they always go back to, maybe if it's not even what they learned from home, it's what they learned when they were on their own or by themselves. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm seeing this person like they kind of feel, they kind of do feel that sense of powerlessness, and that's why they hold on to, the little pentacles that they have. okay? Because they feel like if they were to step into something new, they would lose that, right? So this person was very like not that great at making decisions and moving on. They kind of just stayed in one place, okay? And yeah, it just seems like their way was the best way, okay? So we're going to see the situation. So what went down? Why is this apology needed? So we have the scythe, the rider, and we have the child. Okay. So definitely this person, like, maybe there isn't like a certain situation where something happened. It could have been, but I'm really seeing with this that this person may have said something to you that was just very uncalled for and just like, whoa, why would you even like say any of that to me? But really, I just more also see as this person's behavior as something that you wanted to get away from, because they might have been someone that also shut down a lot of your ideas because they felt like, you know, their way is the best way, right? This person is also kind of like childish, like very childish. Like they talk before they think about it, right? Um, I also feel like this person could be very pushy and they could have probably even like treated you like a child. Like, even though you aren't a child, obviously, they treated you like that. Like, they treated you like they were the boss and they could tell you what to do, right? Especially with this Three of Pentacles being here, like I'm getting like a different message from this, as this person, like this is this person and this is you. It's like they always wanted to tell you what to do. It's like when you're doing something, they had to be there and they had to be making the decisions, even though it's like, you know, even though they have all these ideas and they may have had all these great plans and they may have had a whole book of like secrets and drawings and blueprints, but they didn't really know where they're going with that, where they were going with that stuff. And I feel like they really got jumbled as well, like really jumbled in their thoughts and their words, not knowing where to go. Okay. But at the same time, this person was really pushy and very like pushy about their ideas and what they want, and they kind of forced a lot of their opinions on you. Okay. And maybe this person is older because, you know, they both have beards here. It could be that this person may be older, so they kind of bossed you around because of that difference. There is some sort of power imbalance where they felt like, um, I'm this way, so I can do this, even though they might have not been the smartest, or they might have not um, known what to do next, and you may have known. You could have like gave them ideas, but they kind of like didn't want that. They kind of forced theirs because they felt like some way that they were better than you for some reason, but that's because their own insecurity. Like they just wanted to hold on to what little that they have. All right. They may also like interrupt you a lot. They may interrupt you like a child. Like, you know how a child like interrupts people like when they're talking, like this is that type of person, just very interruptive. And you know, honestly, it's not always about being right, but to that person, this was how they felt. So next we're going to go into your oracle cards. So we have peace, regeneration, and we have abundance. So this is kind of why they want to have this apology, what this apology may be about, why they're coming through. Okay. So I feel like this person definitely just wants to create some more peace. Maybe they have noticed like they were a little bit too aggressive in their tone or how they did things. This regeneration is like also talking about second chances and coming back, having another opportunity. So this person wants to create some peace and fix things between you two so they can have a second chance. So things will be all right. Because with this abundance card here, I feel like they've noticed like for them to have abundance and for them to be happy, um, they also have to be receptive. Like it's not always have to be about them and what they say goes, right? So they've noticed if they shut down like on the inside, that the material things are not going to matter. It's not going to be enough, and it's not going to bring you a peace of mind, right? That's why we have inner riches here, because I don't really see this the message of like like having money is not really coming out to me, but being like abundant from the inside, and generosity, like being able to share, right? And sharing ideas and not just thinking like I'm the boss so I can say this, right? So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. Hey you guys, so if you have chosen pile 3, you found your way to your reading, so who wants to apologize to you? Let's figure it out. Okay, so the tarot's going to answer who this person might be, so I'm going to start off with that. Put the oracle cards to the side. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have Justice, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So this person is showing up as the Page of Pentacles here. Okay. So when I think of the Page of Pentacles, I think of someone that is always searching for opportunity, always searching for a way to make more money, to rise up to the top. Okay, but I'm also seeing this as someone that makes a quick buck, who wants to make a quick buck. This isn't like the King of Pentacles, where the King of Pentacles actually has a plan, a blueprint of how the King of Pentacles wants to get to the top. This is about someone that wants to make quick money because they kind of spend a lot and they want to just fulfill their own desires, what they want in their life. Okay, if they want to buy a new PS4, they're going to figure out, how am I going to get money to get this PS4? Or how am I going to get money to get this or whatever? But it was always about fulfilling their own pleasure here. Okay. So yeah, this person definitely was someone that was always looking for an opportunity, right? They may wanted to do things more practically, because this is Pentacles. They might have like more of a practical approach, but that was also causing them to be a little stagnant because they weren't being very fair. They weren't also looking at other ways to approach things. Okay, other ways to incorporate people into their planning. Like they wanted to always do things on their own, even when they know that they couldn't have done everything on their own. Also picking up, this person may have been very insensitive to other people's needs because they prioritized themselves first, right? As I said, this person was always looking for a quick buck to figure out how to indulge in things that they wanted, right? They never really took anyone else's opinions into consideration. With the Justice here, like this person was scared to accept truth, scared to look at the reality of things. So because of this, they didn't take a lot of responsibility, which always ended up in them kind of, losing out on the end. Like everything that they wanted to step into, things that they wanted to start, Justice came in the middle and was like, you're doing this not the right way. You need to step back and look at your situation. You need to reevaluate this. And that's why Justice came in the way, because of this stop. They needed to reprioritize how they were doing things. Okay, so let's look into the situation here of what happened. So we have Coffin, Book, and we have the Key. Okay, so I'm not really seeing too much of something like drastic happen, like a big tower moment happen, but I'm seeing that this person is just them being stagnant and not having like a lot of wiggle room for other people and other ideas, other opinions, kind of cause you to feel like, I don't want to be around this anymore. I don't need this, It's hard to even want to, go out with you if you're always trying to tell me what is best or what is new. Like this person always had an opinion on something. Like you could have like wanted to go out to go and get like waffles or something, and this person was like, well, I don't like this waffle shop because this and this happened and blah blah blah. This person like always put their 2 cents in. They put their 2 cents into everything. Okay, they always had to say something about something. All right, and they put their 2 cents in to make you feel like kind of like bad about it, or to make you sway your opinion somewhere else, so they could be like, well, you should hear about this place. This place is nice because of blah, 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 blah. They would only boost up what they felt was best, right? And you kind of just realize, like, you kind of just unlocked this. You kind of stopped looking past how this person was and their behavior, and stopped kind of like thinking like, oh, this is just how they are, blah, blah, blah. You're like, you know what? I don't have to deal with that, right? This is something you've unlocked in yourself. You were just like, I don't think I need this. I don't want this, okay? So we're going to go into the oracle cards to see what this apology may be about. We have exchanging gifts in reverse, chaos and conflict, and we have development. Yeah, I feel like this person wasn't really great at negotiation. They wanted things to be on their end. They just really weren't that fair, okay? And that's what caused a lot of chaos. I feel like there was a lot of arguments, a lot of like bickering, because this person wanted to make sure that they were getting the good end of the stick. And maybe you're that type of person that they knew really didn't like conflict. So they knew that if they were to be like, I'd rather do this, you wouldn't like argue and get upset about it, okay? I feel like this person does notice this, and you know, they're trying to heal from this. They're trying to like figure out like, why do they act this way, why their behavior is like this, because they keep on, if they don't, they're going to keep on ending up in that 10 of swords position, right? So this is like a gradual process. Like, this is slowly they're going to get there. Slowly they're going to understand. They're going to adapt, okay? But this is going to take some time. This is a time-honored approach. And yeah, it's going to keep on continuing. This cycle is going to keep on continuing until they break it. All right? So that's what I got for you guys that chose pile number 3. If you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now. All right, so those of you who have chosen pile number 4, you found your way to your reading. So who wants to apologize to you? Let's figure that out. Okay, so we're going to start off with the tarot, and the tarot is going to give me a background of who this person may be. All right? So we have the Empress, the 5 of Wands, and we have the Moon. Okay, so like the other 3 piles, like definitely like I wasn't picking up either male or female. It didn't really matter. But this pile definitely very, very big feminine energy here. Okay. So this person, it seems as though this person, okay, this is basically what I'm feeling. This is the Regina George, okay? This is the Regina George that was very competitive woman, all right? Doesn't have to be a female, but I'm just going to say it because I'm talking about Regina George right now. Very competitive, and this person, this Regina, okay, we're just going to call her Regina. Regina liked having groups, a group of people around her because she felt very secure. She felt like she can't be alone. She needed that group of people, but in that group of people, there was always some competition because, in a way, she also used those people to help her gain more, okay? She was nothing without her group, right? So this person here was very competitive in nature, and you guys may have been friends and really close, but it's like they would always complain about things. They were very like, they kind of were fake supportive. Like they would say like, I support you, I love this, blah, 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 but they wouldn't like let other people know about what you're doing or promote your things, you know? Like it was very like minimal. Because this person didn't want anyone else to be above them, right? They had to be at the top. I feel like as well within the group, I feel like this was the type of person as well within this circle, within this friend group or within their own friend group, they would talk about you behind your back, about things you were doing or whatever, and just kind of cause conflict when you weren't around. right? As well, I just feel like this person, like, they weren't that, they're kind of insecure, okay? This person was very insecure, right? And they felt like um, they had to keep, they felt like they had to keep, what is it called? They felt like there was always like a rivalry. All right. They just felt like there was like, even if you didn't see or think there was a competition, this person thought that in their mind. Okay, because they're just like that insecure. If they saw someone doing better than them or just evolving, they just would always be upset about it and feel like weird about it for some reason. Okay. This is also someone that steals like ideas from within the group, kind of takes things and kind of claims it as their own, right? This is like a feminine energy that's kind of vibrating on a low frequency, okay? Um, I feel like this person as well, they always felt challenged and they always like didn't like taking other people's opinions or ideas. Like they felt like everyone's opinion or idea was like criticism to them, right? So there was always some kind of struggle. There was always some sort of disagreement, right? And there's always like, you would kind of move 2 steps forward with this person and then 4 steps back, right? You kind of have to be careful what you said around this person as well. I see how her hand is over her mouth, okay? But I'm getting also this person's very gossipy, like literally the Regina George of the group, of the bunch. If you know who Regina George is from Mean Girls, you would understand. This is that person. Okay, so the situation, we have the fish, the mice, and the sun. So this is a situation why there is this disagreement, why this apology is needed. So yeah, I feel like this person slowly took from your ideas, slowly kind of like, this person was like a biter. People would call this as a biter. I don't know if you know that. A biter, if you look it up on Urban Dictionary, well, it basically just means someone that like bites your style, someone that like just takes from you, okay? So I felt like this person, definitely they couldn't be alone or be on their own because they're very unoriginal. They didn't really have their own ideas here. They gained ideas from other people, and that's how they kind of like shine, like that's how they kind of like look better. I also feel like this person as well um like to like always be right, right? And they wanted to outshine the group, okay? They always wanted to be on top, but there was never like a moment where they were on top. There was always this kind of like minor setbacks because they were just not cooperative. Okay, this person may argue a lot. I'm seeing someone like sweating and kind of just upset and sulking in the corner. So that could be like this type of person. If they didn't get their way, they would be upset. But yeah, I feel like you've noticed like gradually that this person was like using some of your resources or not being like the greatest friend. Okay, they're kind of being like a fake friend here, and they kind of just took away from your light. Like they kind of slowly dimmed your light. They wanted to dim your light. They didn't want you to seem like you were the one on top because they wanted to be the one on top, right? And it's just like this competition was something that was in their head. Like this is all like coming from them, like nobody else, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. Like it had to do with like being on top, um, and being the most I don't know, the most pretty or the most, it's the one with the most money or the one with the most following on Instagram, you know, like just stuff like that that seemed to matter a lot to them because of their own personal insecurities. Okay, so here's the oracle cards, which will tell you about what the apology may be about. So we have co-create, breathe, and we have the corners of the mouth. So yeah, definitely this is someone that it was really hard to co-create with. It was really hard to collaborate on ideas with because it would never be balanced. Like their way was always overshined. The overs overshined your way. Is that how you say it? Whatever. Overshadowed. Oh my goodness. their way always overshadowed you, okay? Because they know that you were shining. They know that you're the sun, and they wanted to cast this shadow on you. They wanted to cast that shadow on you. They wanted you to feel kind of like out. Like they wanted you to feel like out of the circle, out of the group, because they saw how you were shining. They saw how people like how you got a lot of attention, and they didn't really like that. So they might not even like say that, like this is why they're apologizing, but that's like a reason why this apology is needed. With breathe here, it's like maybe they've taken some time to themselves and reevaluating their situation. I feel like this person had to go through, they definitely like everybody has to go through that phase where it's like you're just on your own. You really have to think about your actions and how it's affected other people. So this person's trying not to be like that very competitive, argumentative, biter, like getting at people and taking people's things and being really sneaky. Like this person, like that's definitely a hard thing to do. If you're like always in that energy, like it's hard to keep up with that. So this person's like, I need to better myself in that way, right? And I feel like they may come to you as like this evolved person, but I feel like they just needed to have that break, okay? And then the corners of the mouth, nourishment, health, well-being, yeah. So I feel like this person is definitely taking more precautions and more putting their health first, their well-being first. Like maybe this person had a lot of anxiety and they just felt like they're very easily irritated, and that was just a lot to deal with that with like for themselves, okay? And they stopped really connecting to their self and connecting to their body and kept being in the outside world and kept looking at what's going on around them and not focusing on themselves, right? So this person's been taking care of their health and their well-being, and they feel like once they're in a more stable part, they want to be able to come out and say something, right? And apologize. So this is what I got for you guys that shows pile number 4. If you enjoyed that reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Bye now.